Yeah, it's a knockout of a Family Friday here on The Morning Show with Kelly and Barbara. We've got founder of the Ray Academy, Peiru. She's also a former national karate athlete. She's maybe bringing her daughter on the show as well to share a little bit about how martial arts can benefit young children. And speaking of young children, we've got a mama in the house, Sophie Drake, founder of Nurture Eats, to talk about home baking and how she's dealing with having not just one, not just two, but 3 kids at home during circuit breaker. Don't go away. This is The Morning Show with Kelly and Barbara. Good morning. Welcome to Family Friday on The Morning Show with Kelly and Barbara. How are you doing? We're almost to the weekend.
It's nearly there. It's a long weekend as well.
That's right.
Bow,
We get.
bow, bow.
I know. You guys get Monday off. That's awesome.
We had a first light at 7:30 bright and early this morning, as well as Sholo and Uncle Sam in the house at 8:30.
Then, of course, you're going to be spending the next hour with us on The Morning Show. We've got a great lineup of guests, all relating to our Family Friday theme. Before you get your uppercut on. Your uppercut.
Yeah, uppercut on. Sam will be back in to guide you through those jabs, cross, and hooks. Later on at 9 p.m., John and Duncan will be back for evenings with them.
So, let's talk a little bit about the numbers. Hey, obviously, we've had a great run of really low numbers for a while, but with everyone anticipating going back to school, we do understand that all the teachers are going through testing. So, it's only natural that we see a spike in the numbers. So, bringing us to the number of cases, 448 new cases, 0 imported, but 14 of them were community cases, 13 of which were Singaporeans or PRs and 1 work permit holder. Like I mentioned,
Into the double digits again.
we're into the double digits, but it's not entirely a bad thing because it does mean that as we're testing, it's a numbers game, right? You test more people, you get more responses.
That's right. We've had 334 cases within the dorm.
434.
Well, I got the numbers right, just in the wrong order, sort of. 99% of which were linked to known clusters. And I think this percentage is very important. As we've seen, it's always good to know that at least we know where it's coming from. All the new cases, we know where they're from. That means we know how to contact, we know how to trace, and we know how to prevent.
Absolutely. Now, for those of you who are looking for a bright side to all of this or looking for a way to show solidarity and encouragement as a nation, maybe you'd like to
Basically just to entertain the kids.
And yourself.
And yourself.
And yourself. Color for SG is something that we can all do and we can all take part in at the moment, where we can actually do colouring worksheets, and you can download them via go.gov.sg/colour for SG. Then you just print out the worksheets, get your family together and colour like crazy.
Exactly. So every week they've been putting up a different phrase. So we've had Stay Home SG, SG United, and SG Heroes. And what I've actually seen is various apartments around sticking them up on the windows. So the people on the outside. So each letter that you see is an A4 size piece of paper.
Oh, awesome.
So it's almost like a message that you're putting on your window. And it's nice. It's just nice to see. It lets the kids have fun, and also it keeps them engaged and aware. And also kind of nice knowing that, oh, someone's seeing my colouring from the outside.
Oh, now I just need to buy a printer.
I'll print it for you, don't worry.
Okay, thanks. All right, so
That's what she was going for.
that was exactly what I was going for. Remember that if you do take part in this initiative, take photos, upload them online, and use the hashtags Colour4SG, Passion Arts, and NDP 2020. NDP is really not that far away.
It's not. It's not at all. You know what else is not too far away?
What?
Dinner.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know about you, but I wake up thinking about what to have for dinner. It's a big thing for me.
Is this your circuit breaker thing? It's just like you wake up in the morning and you go, dinner.
Actually, not even that. It's just been it's a life thing.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, today we have an epic giveaway related to dinner. We've actually got a DIY pizza kit from Bella Pizza worth $25 to be given away. We had a crack at this at home and it was incredible. So much fun. Now the DIY kit comes either as a single piece of dough or a double for $25. The single's just $18. And the dough is fresh. It comes all nicely cling wrapped for you.
You don't need a pizza oven for it.
You don't need a pizza oven for it either. So if you don't have a stone oven pizza just in your wall casually, that is completely okay. Barbara, who are you waving to?
Anya.
Oh,
We've got
one of our cute guests. Anyway, the dough is really good, and Sienna and I actually had the privilege to have a crack at it and try.
Ooh,
you want to take a look?
Let's take a look.
Okay, let's see how Sienna tried to make pizza and whether it was successful or not.
Welcome to Do Like This, to make pizza. Okay, got instructions.
What does it say first?
Make pizza. Number 1, press the oven. I have my ingredients right here. This is my pizza house, and this is my pizza dough.
Is it yours? I thought it was from Bella Pizza.
Nah. Good. It's done.
Really?
The pizza sauce. Today it's cheese sauce.
Ta-da! What goes next, Sienna?
Maybe ham.
Pardon?
Marshmallows on my pizza.
What?
And we put it in the oven.
Process. I was like, oh my god.
This is how you make pizza. Thank you, Bella Pizza. See you tomorrow. Do like this tomorrow.
Oh, I did love how she was basically putting on cheese strand by strand.
Yes, that took a very long time and it was a huge test of patience, but it's definitely worth doing if you want to win that DIY pizza kit from Bella Pizza. All you got to do is...
Like and share the morning show on the Facebook page onto your Facebook page as well, and drop us a comment. Tell us, what are your dream topics to have on your pizza? If you had to do away with everything on the menu and you weren't restricted by this or that or this or that, if you could have anything on your pizza, what are your dream toppings?
Sienna's toppings?
Clearly marshmallows. Marshmallows on my pizza?
Marshmallows on my pizza. Anyway, we're going to go for a short break. When we return, former national athlete Peiru will be joining us in the house to share a little bit more about martial arts for children and what she's been doing to keep her 2 young ones occupied at home. Don't go anywhere. This is The Morning Show with Kelly and Barbara.
In no way can we compare ourselves to healthcare workers, to those hitting the streets, keeping people safe, but I think we serve a different purpose.
I hope that people can take away a fun new fact or something to help their physical or mental development at this point in time.
Regardless of which industry you're from, we all face the same challenges. If all of us were to stay united and persevere till the end, I'm very sure we'll overcome the whole thing together.
What we as entertainers are trying to do is to sound out to as much people as possible that there is every possibility to move to the next phase of the future with positivity in mind.
We have a much leaner team than any other production that I've worked on. We're doing a lot with very little resources to ensure that we adhere to all of the rules and regulations. I feel like we're serving the needs of Singaporeans currently at home. We are entertaining them, we're giving them ideas, and we're trying to bring the outside world inside. That's something that we feel like the Singaporeans need, and if we don't do it, then who will?
Welcome back to the morning show with Kelly and Barbara, except I've swapped Barbara out for someone who is much cuter and much younger. Sorry, Barbara. Joining us in studio now is none other than former national karate athlete Peiru, who we actually have a long history with, but let's just introduce the cuter one. Anya, good morning.
Say good morning.
She's
Do
a
a
little
high
bit,
five.
she's a little
Do
bit
a high
shy.
Oh, we can't, right? Is it virtual?
No, we
Okay.
can't. We can't actually touch.
Touch.
We can't actually high five. So we're going to air high five. Okay.
Or if you do a fist
Ready?
bump. Fist bump.
Just across like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the history. Peiru, you and I go back. Oh, I think.
Let's not say the number.
It was about when we were like 17, maybe when we
Or
were.
even younger.
Or
I
even
think
younger,
even younger.
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So we were both training for a national squad. You actually went on. You represented Singapore.
Yep.
I remember you and your sister at SEA Games
Yes.
and all of that. Was it Laos? I think I saw you guys perform.
2009, yes.
Yes.
Philippines and Laos. So, but I think you came on for Laos.
Yes,
Yeah.
I went and joined you in Laos and watched you guys perform to fly our flag as a former national athlete and now owner of an academy for kids.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that transition.
I think it was. So after stopping competition, it took, then life happened, work happened,
Yep.
kids happened. But finally it was after, after having Anya that I just decided, what's the best way to get my fitness back? And I always fall back into something that I'm familiar with, which is karate. So while karate took a backseat when life happened, it was only after having her, then I decided, let's try just, do a bit of punches, do a few punches, do a few kicks. Then I realized I actually do miss wearing the gi again. Then I went back in the dojo. Of course, my dad is my coach, so then my dad was so happy. He was like, come on, come back in, bring Anya. And she was only like a year and a half.
I remember seeing photos of her first stepping in to the dojo.
Refusing to do anything, refusing to wear anything. So I always tell parents, I say, don't worry. It took her 3 weeks to put on the entire set. 1 week for the pants, 1 week for the top, another week for the belt. So it's normal.
Slowly, right? So Ray Academy, tell us a little bit about that.
We just started last year, mid last year. So my dad and I, we have been coaching at various places, community centers, condominiums, private coaching. But it was only last year we saw there was an opportunity. So at Parkway Center, it's a good location. We have a mix of so many types of residential types. We have HDBs, we have apartments, we have condominiums. So we thought it's a very nice place to reach out to as many people as we want. And since we are going to focus on kids, I thought, why not? That area, is like a tuition haven.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There are so many tuition centers in that area.
So we said, the kids are going to be coming here. So we thought, okay, it's going to be good. Then we started off with, so for me, I do the ones that are very young, 2.5-year-olds. Normally, you don't hear people saying karate is for someone so young, but because of her, we started coming up with a whole system where we use a lot of music. We use props, we do little things, we tweak the usual. It's not as strict as the the usual just punching and kicking.
Yep.
But we do a lot of music. We play with them. Mainly, we really use play. Then because of the attention span, we also tweak that. Took the format of how we normally teach karate. It won't be as what you are used to,
Yep.
but it seems to have worked, and we started getting a lot of interest from very young kids. So the parents are saying, every week, every Saturday or Sunday, they will just be wearing their gear and waiting to come to class, even though it's like they wake up at 7 a.m. and they'll be like putting on everything, waiting for their parents to bring them over.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Now, I know the importance of martial arts, and I understand what it can do, but how good is it for young children?
Firstly, definitely, it just exposes them to the sport. To me, any sport is good. As long as you have, you give them the exposure. The role of parents is really to just provide the environment, right? So we provide the environment for them, let them try, let them see what's different about it. So you learn about, and it's motor skills that they learn. You're learning how to jump, you're learning how to skip, you're learning how to hop. From there, you start inculcating different values.
Can you show us a little jump or a hop?
Okay. How do you do a flamingo hop? Yeah.
A flamingo. Wow, that's amazing. That's really good. What else can you show us, Anya?
Do you want to do a kick? You want to do it later? Later with Auntie Barbara?
Yeah,
okay.
later with Auntie Barbara during our stretch session, and you can show her how you do a kick and a punch.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of those motor skills are great because obviously with young children from that 2.5, you want them to be a little more steady on their feet. You want them to be active. You don't just want them to be stuck at home, glued to a screen.
It's a good alternative to maybe like screen time.
Yes.
Because we really try and balance that out quite a bit. So we just try expose them to the sport. And again, I said it's the values that come along with it. So you learn how to be, I want to say disciplined, but now looking at her, I do.
She's 3.5. I think that is absolutely fine. I mean, the fact that she's sitting on your lap and just paying attention. Is that you?
Yeah, that was her actually half a year back probably.
Wow. Look at you. Your balance is really good. Hey, Anya?
Then the focus, I think, like a lot of them. So I think I notice a lot of kids nowadays to skip, to jump across the hurdle with 2 legs.
Yes.
It's a little tough. It got, for her, it took her maybe about 3 sessions, but there are some kids who just take a while.
Yep.
And it's the confidence of bringing both legs up at the same time. It's not the ability, it's the confidence that they have to actually jump together. So this is definitely, it's because of COVID-19.
Yes.
So we started having more virtual classes.
I was just going to say, how have you had to pivot? So virtual classes for the little kids, and how's that working out?
Okay, so when everything happened, so she's going to hop around again.
That's
when
fine.
everything happened, we decided that even before the government mandated us to close the dojo, we decided maybe we should do it only because parents are asking, people are worried, and as a mother, I can see where the worry is coming from. Especially at that point of time, we weren't sure where the cases were coming from, how are kids affected. So I told my partner and my dad, I said, I think we should close the dojo. Let's see how we can have classes online. So because of our ability, these are some of the kids, they are just enjoying their classes at home. So we started having classes, and we actually provide them complimentary for the kids at first, at the beginning. We said we just want to keep them active, you know. We don't want the parents to feel that I'm not sure if I should be paying for this, but to us that's not our point. Why we started the academy is we want to share karate. We want to keep the kids active. We will try not to let them watch too much TV. It's all right. TV is good, but once in a while, if they can, just switch off the TV and do something with our parents. So for the very young ones, like the 2.5, we realize they need their parents around.
Yep.
Because if not, the attention span gets, you just lose them after a while through the computer. Another thing is also the parents actually enjoy it a lot. We had parents who said that after the half an hour session, they were sweating more than the kids.
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah. So I think that seems to have worked out quite well with virtual classes.
Now tell us a little bit about what you've been doing at home, because I follow you guys on social media, and I must admit, I've drawn inspiration from the things that you do with Anya and with Scott at home. But I'd like you to tell everyone what you've been doing.
So for us, again, because I'm working, I still have a day job, and it's difficult keeping them entertained. So while we have Lego, and I love Lego because she's a huge fan. We have Lego, we have cooking sets all around. But there are times that I just want to to get them moving.
Expend energy.
So that they can sleep better. So because of that, I decided, instead of just doing the usual punches and kicking, what else can I do? Then we have gym rings at home because my husband likes to do pull-ups. So there's a pull-up bar. We have gym rings at home. So I said, okay, why not you just start swinging around? And from there, that became one element. Then we started having another obstacle, which was just having a bench up the sofa. But I told her, I said, you can only climb on a bench when it is obstacle time, when it's Ninja Warrior time. You don't do it when it's non-Ninja Warrior time.
So are you a little ninja warrior?
Yes.
Are you a ninja warrior? Yeah, you are? That's awesome. That is so awesome. Can you teach Sienna how to be a ninja warrior? When the virus has gone away, how about you come to our house when it's safe and when everyone can come over, and then you can teach Sienna how to be a ninja warrior. Does that sound good? Yeah?
And we can set up obstacles.
And then we can make
Sienna.
pizza afterwards.
Yes! That would be amazing. Just now when Sienna's video was on, she was just looking, and then she told me there was a rolling pin.
Rolling pin. I love it. Okay, so we are actually going to get you guys to stay on. We're going to get you guys to stretch it out with Barbara and showcase a little bit about what you do in the academy and how you can get your kids working out a little bit, stretching, a few drills that you can do from the comfort of your own home as well. So don't go away. Peiru and Anya sticking around for the second segment with Barbara here on The Morning Show with Kelly and Barbara. Hopefully you're going to draw some great inspiration and tire out those little kiddos on this Family Friday. Don't go anywhere.
Look, in no way can we compare ourselves to healthcare workers, to those hitting the streets, keeping people safe, but I think we serve a different purpose.
I hope that people can take away a fun new fact or something to help their physical or mental development at this point in time.
Regardless of which industry you're from, we all face the same challenges. If all of us were to stay united and persevere till the end, I'm very sure we'll overcome the whole thing together.
What we as entertainers are trying to do is to sound out to as much people as possible that there is every possibility to move to the next phase of the future with positivity in mind.
We have a much leaner team than any other production that I've worked on. We're doing a lot with very little resources to ensure that we adhere to all of the rules and regulations. I feel like we're serving the needs of Singaporeans currently at home. We are entertaining them, we're giving them ideas, and we're trying to bring the outside world inside. That's something that we feel like the Singaporeans need, and if we don't do it, then who will?
Welcome back to The Morning Show with Kelly and Barbara. Kelly's popped out, but I am in for our stretch with Peiru and Anya. Hi.
Hello.
Can I get an F fist bump as well?
Again.
Whoa! Woo. That's strength there, man. Okay. So we're nice and we're getting familiar, we're getting warmed up. I want to give a quick shout out to Munfa who commented regarding the Bella Pizza. You said your favorite topping or dream topping would be durian. I'm not too sure how I feel about that, but hey, everyone's got their own preferences.
Cabbage.
Okay. Cabbage. Yum. So Anya's here to teach me some karate moves. I'm super excited. I did it for a hot minute when I was a kid. Literally a hot minute, and that was it. So I am all yours.
We'll try and make it fun for you, so it won't just be a minute.
2 minutes.
Okay, we'll start with some jumping jacks. Anya loves jumping jacks, right? How do you do jumping jacks? You show Auntie Barbara? You go
Show me
1,
how you do jumping
2,
jacks.
3, 4.
I
right?
follow you, okay?
Okay, ready? We'll just
Ready,
do 4 times.
and 1,
Go.
2.
That's right. Very good.
Yay.
Okay, right after this, we'll teach Auntie Barbara how to hold a fist. You bring your hands up.
I bring my hands up. Mums and dads, if you've got kids at home, this is a great time to get them to follow it as well.
That's right. Roll your fingers in.
Roll your fingers in.
Thumbs outside.
Thumbs outside.
Yeah, so this is how you hold a fist.
Ooh.
Then when you put right in front of you, Sensei will say, kamaite. So kamaite is, are you ready? And you shout,
I'm ready.
Oosh.
Oh, oosh.
Yeah. Okay, one more time. Kamaite.
Oosh.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to do a punch first, all right? Just stay where you are, shoulder width apart. Bring your hands out and doing a twist. So right at the end, that's very good.
Yeah.
Only right at the end, you twist.
Only right at the end, then we twist.
That's right. Very good,
Wow,
Anya.
Anya, you look so cool.
Very nice. Okay, one more punch.
Punch.
Okay, can we try 10, Anya? Okay, Mommy is going to count 10 in Japanese, okay? Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, look, sichi, hachi, kyu, jip, nalte. Very good, Anya. High five. You can high five your mommy. Yes. I'm ready, Barbara.
So much sass. I love it. High five.
Okay, so we have taught Auntie Barbara the punch. How are we going to do a kick now? How do you do a kick, Anya? Mommy always say yes. And
Ooh.
remember, we don't want a football kick in karate, right? So we bring our knees up. That's
Knees
right.
up
Okay.
first.
So just hands in front of you.
Hands in
balance
front of me.
yourself. Then bring your knee up.
Bring my knee up.
Snap back.
Snap it back.
Down.
And down.
Very good, Anya. One more time. Up. Kick. Down. Okay, let's try 10 again. Anya, you want to count now?
With the same leg or different legs?
Let's do the same leg.
Ah, okay.
Ready.
clarify that here.
Ichi. Ni. San. Shi.
I'm having so
Go.
much fun.
Look. Sichi. Hachi. Kyu. Ju. Very nice. Okay, now switch legs, okay?
I gotta
So-
balance it out. You do
Yes.
the right means you gotta do the left.
If not, you'll have one butt bigger than the other.
Oh
Do you
no,
want that
we
to
don't want
happen?
that.
No? Okay, now the other leg. This leg, all right? Ready. Ichi. Very good. Bring your knee up. Ni. San. Shi.
Mommy
Go.
does it really quick.
Look. Sichi. Hachi. Kyu. Ju. Very good. Okay.
Yay!
Double high five. Nice.
I
Okay,
want high
last
five
one.
because I don't live in the same household, clearly.
1
Air high
meter
five,
apart.
double air high five. Oh my gosh, Auntie, you
Barbara
are
is
so strong.
very good with kids. Okay,
I've had practice.
what with Sienna, right? Okay, now last one. We've done a punch, we've done a kick. Next is to learn how to do a block. That's right.
Block.
Yeah. So you're gonna teach Auntie Barbara how to do a block? Okay, we're
Yes.
gonna do an upper block first. Come on, Auntie. Very good. So first things first, just over here, push it up. Okay, so your hand is always at the side. Very good.
And to the
yes,
top.
that's nice.
All right.
Very good.
So if anyone has a problem with me, don't worry, I can block.
You know what? For her, she actually had to block her little brother a few times. So
Oh.
Scott is a year and a half. He just
Right.
turned 18 months a few days back. So he's at this moment where, you know, his way of playing is bam, bam. Then I told her, Anya, block. Then she, block. I'm blocking. Yeah.
Hey, and it's applicable, right?
It
'Cause,
is.
You know, younger kids, they get into these like rolling matches with each other.
Yes.
So
Totally, they are
At
grappling on the
least,
mat.
yeah. And that's the time to really put it into practice, right, Anya?
Yeah, how you block Scott?
When you have to block Titi.
Yeah, block Titi. Up.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so we just switch our hands.
Switch hands.
That's right. So always bring up to your chin level and then you push up.
Oh,
So the force is from the middle up. I can't.
wait ah.
Yeah.
Wait ah.
That's right.
Yes,
you got
okay.
it. Yes, you
There
got
was like
it.
a
You got it. Yeah.
Slow. I gotta do slow motion
Yeah,
first.
so we do slow. Yes, you got it. You're getting it already. Very
Yes.
good. That's right. Okay, Anya, try. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good.
Hey, I'm feeling super powerful right now. Just saying, putting it out there.
Okay, can we show Auntie Barbara one of our favorite stances?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just now we have been doing with just our legs shoulder width apart. We are gonna do a horse riding stance. So it's
What?
Yeah.
Did you bring a horse today? Did you bring a horse in today and not tell me?
Did you?
No, no horse today. Right? We're just gonna pretend. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So
You
it's-
show. You show.
Yeah, this is the one of the more popular karate stunts where it's mapu, and it's also where you really just have to, you're controlling everything. It's like a very difficult, or rather, you just have to hang on to the squat. So you bring your Anya. Okay, so over here, just spread your legs apart.
Okay.
Open up your knees. Very good. Nice. So legs are 45. Yes, very good. Keep your body straight. Okay.
Hip flexors.
Let's do a middle
up?
punch. Very good. Anya, you want to come in front of mommy? Yeah. Okay. Together, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Ready. Let's try 10.
I got my horse.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very good. 10. Well done.
Hey.
Relax. Now, take.
Now we relax.
Yay!
Hey-ya. Okay. Good job.
Okay, now for after everything, we need to do some stretches, right? Okay, do you want to sit down and you show Auntie Barbara how we do some stretches?
Yeah.
Take a seat,
let's-
everybody.
Let's sit on the grass.
That's it. She loves this. She
Maybe I
wants-
take a nap. I
She
take a
wants-
nap.
Do you want to jump?
No.
Oh, can she? Do you want
No.
to jump? Cannot, right?
Can't
Yeah,
jump.
1 meter apart.
Gotta
Okay.
stay away from me. It's okay. Next time.
She's having fun already. Okay, so spread your legs apart first. So from here,
How do you do it?
as much as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, as much as you
Guys,
can.
we've already established that I'm not very flexible. Okay.
You don't have to worry. As much as you can, spread your legs apart. Then from here, what I like to do for the kids is just put your hands on your chin
Oh.
and you go down and smile at the camera.
You smile at the camera.
Look up.
Where's
yeah.
Daddy? Where's Daddy?
Look up. Smile.
Oh. I'll just smile.
Try a little bit more. A little bit more. From the bottom, yeah, from your back down. A little bit. Yeah!
I'm just like, oh, Anya.
Yeah, you're laughing at Auntie Barbara too.
Yeah, it's okay. This is what happens with age.
Okay, the next thing is she likes to do the butterfly stretch. So it's both. Yeah. Oh no!
Sorry, clearly my first stretch of the
Kelly
day.
is laughing.
The hips, man, the hips.
So move it to. Sorry.
It's okay.
Again, it's more difficult with shoes on.
Oh, yeah, see?
Yeah.
It's more difficult with shoes on, guys. Take off your shoes.
So put foot to foot, all the way in as much as you can. Again, then I say, okay, go down onto your. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, and then you look at Daddy.
And smile.
Look at Daddy and smile. Wow, it's so cute. I also want to. But then my legs go all the way out again.
And one more thing I realize kids really like to do is they're always on the ground, they like to grapple, they like to roll. Okay, do you want to show Auntie Barbara how we do a back? So we stretch our back. Just lie down. Okay.
Yeah.
Barbara, you don't have to do, you can just watch.
I mean,
Or you can try.
lying down, I'm pretty good at that.
And all the way back.
No, I'm not good at that. I take that back. I'll just watch. Whoa!
She loves
so
she loves
cool.
doing this. It gives a very nice stretch on the back, even for
It does,
adults.
yeah.
Yeah, even for adults. Just beware of their neck when you do it. So just make sure they tuck
Keep
their
the-
neck in. Yes, keep the neck in, tuck it in, and then they just all the way back.
And you guys were talking about like the duration. Like it does take time with kids.
Yes.
So let's say, for example, obviously after watching the morning show, people or parents are kind of more interested in, joining you guys, even just on your virtual sessions to start. How can they get in touch?
We have a Facebook page, so you just search Ray Academy SG. You can find us, or you can even go on Instagram. We are also on Instagram. Or if you want, you can actually just go through my Instagram page, Peiru. Everything is there.
Easy. And they can start. They don't have to wait until everything reopens again. We can start on the virtual sessions.
we can.
All right, maybe I'll hop on a call. I mean, I know it's the kids, but clearly I've got some work that needs to be done. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you so much, Anya.
She wants to do more stretches.
Yeah?
She's not gonna go.
It's okay. You can stay on with us for the rest of the show for as long as you like. Okay? Sound good?
Yes?
Where's my high five?
Again? One more time?
One high five. Bum, Woo! All right, I'm gonna take a little break. But when we come back, Kelly is back in the studio with Mama of 3 and our owner of Nutri Eats, Sophie Drake. Don't go anywhere.
In no way can we compare ourselves to healthcare workers, to those hitting the streets, keeping people safe, but I think we serve a different purpose.
I hope that people can take away a fun new fact or something to help their physical or mental development at this point in time.
Regardless of which industry you're from, we all face the same challenges. If all of us were to stay united and persevere till the end, I'm very sure we'll overcome the whole thing together.
What we as entertainers are trying to do is to sound out to as much people as possible that there is every possibility to move to the next phase of the future with positivity in mind.
We have a much leaner team than any other production that I've worked on. We're doing a lot with very little resources to ensure that we adhere to all of the rules and regulations. I feel like we're serving the needs of Singaporeans currently at home. We are entertaining them, we're giving them ideas, and we're trying to bring the outside world inside. That's something that we feel like the Singaporeans need, and if we don't do it, then who will?
Welcome back to the morning show with Kelly and Barbara. It is Family Friday, and that means that, like, all chaos just breaks loose. Like, seriously, like, bye, Anya. Anyway, joining us in studio now, though, is another mother who's used to this sort of chaos, I am absolutely sure. Sophie Drake, founder of Nurture Eats. And Sophie, we go back quite a way. Let's just talk about your kids first. You've got 3 kids.
Yes.
Tell everyone how old they are.
18 months, 4 and 7.
Wow, and how are you coping?
It's an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Good days and bad days. Well, I don't really like to say bad days. We have good days and we have better days.
Yeah, that's a good, positive way of looking at things, I think. So let's talk a little bit about the origins of Nurture Eats. Like, I remember first talking to you when you wanted to start a business because you felt like the need to provide additional income for the family.
Yeah.
And I remember you going, okay, what can I do? And you were going through this spur of, like, you just wanted to eat cookie dough.
Yes, I started with cookie dough.
And so Nurture Eats, which is this all healthy brand of lactation bakes and everything good and wholesome, actually started from really unhealthy cookie dough. And I remember it was around the Raya period as well that we came up with, like, the idea for an onde cookie dough, which had gula melaka bits in it, which was coated in desiccated coconut, and it was delicious.
It was actually delicious.
It was divine.
It was.
So you went from very, very sinful cookie dough, which was delicious on all sorts of levels, to another delicious type of bake, which was a lot healthier.
Yes.
What happened? What caused you to pivot?
When I was breastfeeding my middle child, when I was looking around what I could boost my milk, everything was Nutella laden, chocolate pod, or cookies that are just sugar laden, and I was like, well, I want to breastfeed, but I also want to lose my postpartum weight. So I was like, how many cookies can I eat in a day?
Yep.
Without gaining 10 kg. So it was, well, there's nothing really healthy on the market. Okay, so let me go and dive into what I can make that's going to be healthy, help mothers produce milk, but
Mm-hmm.
also help them with the postpartum weight loss.
That's awesome. So where has the business come to at this point in time then?
I would like to say that we're most known for our lactation loaves now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big wholesome, like 1.2 kg loaf.
Wow, that sounds like a...
And I now like to stuff it with cheesecake.
Surely
and
that can't... Is that
it sounds really like sinful, but it's actually not. The sugar that we use for the loaf is actually bananas. So there's no sugar in the loaf.
There's no... It's all just from the bananas?
Just very, very ripe, almost black bananas.
Oh, wow. That must take a lot of foresight and planning, though, to
Oh, yeah,
make
I have
sure
to
that you
order the
have...
bananas like 5 days in advance, and then they just sit like kind of like rotting in my kitchen. Then I'm like, okay, they're starting to smell, right?
Now's
Ready
a good
to
time.
go.
Now's a good time. So what are the active ingredients? What is it that helps mothers make more milk by consuming your loaves?
The thing is, it's so difficult because no one ingredient works for all.
Mm-hmm.
So what works for you might not work for me.
Yep.
I have found that flaxseed meal tends to work for a lot of people. Lots of water. It's quite hard because just no one ingredient suits all. So you have to find that magic ingredient that works for you. So I just try to put all of them in, as many as I can, and hope that at least one of them will help with your milk supply. And also not just increasing supply, but also giving good quality fatty milk.
Yeah, because
So baby sleeps longer and you're happier.
not all milk is equal. And I remember when Sienna was much younger, I'm still breastfeeding, but when Sienna was much younger and that fatty milk was really important as opposed to it being more of a comfort thing.
Right.
I remember taking I think it was still the balls at that point, you were doing a lot more of the lactation bites.
Yeah.
And you could literally hold up 2 packs of milk, one without taking your stuff and then one with, and the color difference. Okay, so this might be a bit TMI for like some of the guys that are tuning in at the moment because we're talking about breast milk, but it is so important to actually pay attention to these sorts of things as mothers, especially when we're in this lockdown period where we may not necessarily have access to all of our normal milk producers, and we just need to be making sure that we're taking care of ourselves, especially during Ramadan. So question, are these bakes okay for Muslims to consume?
Oh yeah, everything's halal.
Everything's halal because you yourself are Muslim,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that makes it a lot easier, and we open up to the Gen Pop to say, yeah, this is completely okay.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the Muslim mothers are also very concerned because they don't have to fast. It's not mandated that they fast when they're breastfeeding, right?
But there are a lot of amazing women who are breastfeeding and fasting. So when they, for sahur, which is in the morning when they have their breakfast, they tend to eat the loaf because it tends to, as well as helping with, it keeps you full till about 4 or 5 o'clock, hopefully. It's also helped maintain their supply during the day.
Wow.
So yeah, there are some ladies who are still fasting. It's amazing.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
So Raya, this weekend, are you excited?
Not as much as we usually would. I am pretty down about not being able to see family. Thank goodness for Zoom. But at the same time, it has been a very nice Ramadan, just staying at home. We're together for every sahur, we're together for every iftar. And I suppose we'll just eat all the treats ourselves. This Raya, we're just going to sit and...
Lots of bakes by
all
yourself.
of the pineapple tart, yeah.
Well,
everything.
at least now you're still able to bake. There was a period of time where you guys weren't able to home bake.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It was towards the end of April. I think it was the 26th. It was like that Sunday or Monday. Yes, they closed. They told all home-based businesses to cease. And then they didn't give us a you can start baking again date.
Yep.
So that was difficult. Waiting, not knowing. 90% of us had already taken orders in, already taken the money in. So you have that pressure of, like people have given me money and I can't get these bakes out. What do I do? It was very stressful, and for most people it's their only income.
Yep.
So it was really difficult. Not as much as for myself, I'm like, okay, we're all right. We can be okay. It's just going to be tight for a while. But then, your mind goes to, well, what about other people? No income, maybe a single mother, 2 or 3 kids. What is she going to do? But thankfully, it only lasted just over 2 weeks. And then on the 12th of May, they said, okay, you can start baking. You can start selling again.
Which meant that you could start baking in advance and getting that
So
done.
I'm now clearing all of the backlog.
And
like fast paced as I can.
Yeah, so how are you balancing? I mean, obviously working from home isn't all the time thing for you.
Right.
How do you balance having 3 kids and a home baking business?
A helpful husband, thankfully.
That helps.
my helper as well. She helps me with all of the baking dishes.
Yeah.
So I don't have to spend time doing the dishes. But yeah, just being honest with the kids. I'm like, right, Mum's got to bake now. Give me like 2 hours in the kitchen, and then we'll do this. You know, especially when now they're doing the home-based learning. And I mean, now they're on holiday, but before they were doing the home-based learning, my eldest. So I was just very honest, and I said, right, I've got to do a few hours of baking. Once I've finished, we'll get onto your English, we'll get onto your maths. Just being very transparent, you know, this is something Mummy's got to do. It's my work time, you know, parents have got to work. So yeah, just lots of open discussion, and they're all understanding. You know, if Noah's playing up, Mummy's baking, come on, let's go and read. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah.
And I guess with slightly older kids, it makes it a little bit easier. Bells is able
100%.
to sort of like guide the younger ones and go, no,
Yeah.
it's okay, let's go and do something else instead.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now that Circuit Breaker is sort of ending, any plans for the business? What's next for you guys?
I would like to say I'm very busy. I am very busy. And it's becoming at the point where it's a little bit too busy for me to manage it all by myself. So I'd like to rent a kitchen and get some help in.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, hopefully, eventually. Maybe not this year,
Okay.
with how things are. But next year, I'd definitely like to do that.
Well, fingers crossed for you. Sophie, thank you so much for coming in
No
and
problem.
sharing.
Thanks for having me.
Just sort of Ramadan around the corner, and so obviously like everyone's going to be out there, festivities on Zoom. Any messages for the mothers out there?
You got me there. Selamat Hari Raya. Well done for everyone that did your fasting while breastfeeding. Honestly, I feel like you're a superwoman, because I personally have never been able to do it.
It's hard.
It's very hard. It's hard to breastfeed, let alone fast and breastfeed. I think they're all superheroes. So yeah, Selamat Hari Raya.
Thank you very much, Sophie. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for
Remember,
having
if you
me.
want to get those lactation bakes, all you got to do is hit up Nurture Eats SG on Instagram. Very healthy, very, very delicious. And if you're a breastfeeding mother like myself, you'll definitely benefit from her bakes. Thank you, Sophie. Don't go away. We are coming back with another Break It Down session. Barbara coming back on the show, and maybe Anya, because she's literally just like creeping around the studio all the time at the moment. Don't go away. This is The Morning Show with Kelly and Barbara.
Look, in no way can we compare ourselves to healthcare workers, to those hitting the streets, keeping people safe, but I think we serve a different purpose.
I hope that people can take away a fun new fact or something to help their physical or mental development at this point in time.
Regardless of which industry you're from, we all face the same challenges. If all of us were to stay united and persevere till the end, I'm very sure we'll overcome the whole thing together.
What we as entertainers are trying to do is to sound out to as much people as possible that there is every possibility to move to the next phase of the future with positivity in mind.
We have a much leaner team than any other production that I've worked on. We're doing a lot with very little resources to ensure that we adhere to all of the rules and regulations. I feel like we're serving the needs of Singaporeans currently at home. We are entertaining them, we're giving them ideas, and we're trying to bring the outside world inside. That's something that we feel like the Singaporeans need, and if we don't do it, then who will?
Welcome back to the morning show with Kelly and Barbara. I have to say, I've really enjoyed today's shows with our guests. Like, it's been a lot of fun.
I don't know, did you hear her squealing in the background?
Yes, we heard her squealing in the background.
Chat? Like, I'm worn out now.
Oh, that's it. So you didn't go for a coffee, you're just running around with
I didn't go
Anya.
for a coffee. I've just been running around with Anya the whole time.
Nice. Okay, well, someone else who knows exactly what it's like to run around with a kid and to tire them out is Natalie Dau.
Rockstar
Arms, because she is an absolute killer. I don't know if you saw, but she was doing she's been aiming to do like 50 kilometers or at least a full marathon every single week.
Oh, I thought you were going to say every single day, and I was like, surely that's not.
No, not recommended. But here to show us something that you can do with the kids instead is Natalie Dau for today's Break It Down.
Break it down.
Hello and welcome to Break It Down, the time when we get to break down your favourite exercises and movements so you know the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, and the best hacks to make it a lot easier or maybe even a lot harder. My name is Natalie Dau and today I'll be taking you through Family Friday. Now, this is a little bit different because we're not demonstrating exercises. Instead, I am giving you my top tips and hacks to surviving at home with children during the circuit breaker. Now, sadly, the Olympics have been called off this year in Japan, but it doesn't mean we can't create our own mini Olympics at home with our kids. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So the idea is let's have a little bit of competition to keep things exciting at home and create a little mini Olympics by setting up a circuit with exercises. Now, how this is going to work is you're going to pick 5 exercises to start, and you are going to time your child doing those 5 activities and seeing how many they can do either in a certain time or by repetitions. So let's take, for instance, skipping, hula hoop, sit-ups, a ball toss, and a burpee. Okay, so let's give them a goal of doing 10 each of those, and you time them for each activity. Then at the end of the week, let's tally up that time and do it again the following week and see if they can make it faster. Now, each week, I would suggest adding in a new exercise just to keep it exciting. You may even want to do a grand finale of putting together a fun obstacle course around your home. Now, this is something that is going to get the competitive spirit out, put the score chart on the fridge, and really get them actively involved in what doesn't feel like exercise to them, but is actually giving them that really good workout of what they're needing for 60 minutes a day of exercise. Now, you can also get your children involved and ask them to design a course as well. You can have them design their own medals that they'll receive at the end of it. And why not even get them to wear team colours to do this if you have more than one child? This way it's going to incentivise them to keep moving, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, parents, that doesn't mean that you're off the hook either. I think you need to take part in this and challenge your children to see who gets the highest score. We've been doing it in our house for the last 2 weeks, and I can tell you, my 11-year-old is topping the charts at the moment and beating both her parents. So I would love to hear about the challenges that you set in your home and give other people ideas and share yours with them. Now, if you do this, don't forget to tag us on Get Active TV. It would be great to see all these little Olympic courses set up across Singapore within homes. If you've got any questions, feel free to shoot us a comment, as of course we would love to help as always. So thank you for joining me on Break It Down today. It's time for a quick break, but you can come back and it's over to Kelly and Barbara for more. So don't go anywhere.
In no way can we compare ourselves to healthcare workers, to those hitting the streets, keeping people safe, but I think we serve a different purpose.
I hope that people can take away a fun new fact or something to help their physical or mental development at this point in time.
Regardless of which industry you're from, we all face the same challenges. If all of us were to stay united and persevere till the end, I'm very sure we'll overcome the whole thing together.
What we as entertainers are trying to do is to sound out to as much people as possible that there is every possibility to move to the next phase of the future with positivity in mind.
We have a much leaner team than any other production that I've worked on. We're doing a lot with very little resources to ensure that we adhere to all of the rules and regulations. I feel like we're serving the needs of Singaporeans currently at home. We are entertaining them, we're giving them ideas, and we're trying to bring the outside world inside. That's something that we feel like the Singaporeans need, and if we don't do it, then who will?
Hello, welcome back to the morning show with Kelly and Barbara. Let's do a quick recap of what we did today. I think Anya was definitely the highlight of your day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Once we'd got her warmed up, and I think doing those stretches and learning all the punches and hearing my hips crack was potentially a highlight for her as well.
Yeah.
Being to teach a grown-up how to do it.
Yeah, but I think martial arts is such an important thing for any child to learn. Boy, girl, whatever. I think young children should all be doing martial arts.
Definitely. It does kind of give them a sense of discipline, routine, sports in general.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Absolutely. Now, we also chatted with Sophie Drake of Nurture Eats. So if you're looking for lactation bakes, you know exactly where to go. And that sort of wraps us up for today. What have we got next week? It's a Hari Raya special.
We've got a 30-minute Hari Raya special happening on Monday. We're going to have Wani, our regular, coming in today on that day. But she will be going through, well, I'll be having a chat with her, a little bit of a sit down, and we've got a surprise test for her as well.
Ooh, exciting. We'll also be speaking to Minister of State Zaki Mohammed on the show on Monday. So there's all that to look forward to. Plus, next week, Yumika Hoskin talking about her Pico bags. We've got Serpa Babe and entrepreneur Becky Liu coming in. We've got
Aman the osteo is back in studio with us to talk about some running stretches good for you. We've also got Grace Kerr from Hello Lunch Money and Sakti Mas.
We've got loads of giveaways from Fry Bistro, Lash Inc., Sakti Mas and Sea Salty Bakes coming your way. So whatever it is you are doing this weekend, whether you're celebrating Hari Raya or you are just staying at home and chilling out, make sure that you stay safe, stay strong, and stay at home.